Hey, what's going on, Rockstars? Welcome in to the channel. It's Monday again, February 10th, 2025. Congratulations to the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl yesterday, absolutely dismantling the Chiefs. Kind of a shocker that it wasn't a close game, but way to go, Eagles. I got a lot of Eagles fans in my neighborhood somehow. But yeah, that was the Super Bowl. And again, I'll keep putting Milo. You guys love him, so I'll keep putting him at the beginning of the videos, right, buddy? For everyone that guessed, he is over 40 pounds. I had a lot of guesses in the 50s, which was close. He's getting there. Some heavier guesses. He's not fully grown yet, but he should be about 80, 90 pounds. I don't know if he'll hit 100, but he's definitely going to hit, 75, 80 minimum, if not bigger. He's an old English sheepdog, 4 months old, just a couple of days ago. And he is, you can see, quite the massive pawed big boy. And he's a puppy, which you can see through and through. So welcome in Milo again to the channel. Good boy, 4 months. And look at that tongue. His tongue is humongous as well. He just woke up. He's got bedhead. Everyone called him out as the... what is that, the Little Mermaid dog, which was kind of funny. I forgot about that. So let's talk about a couple of topics today that I put on the list. The condition boxes for used clothing on eBay. People were asking, it was supposed to be out last week. It is not out. They delayed it. They said until the second or third week of February, which should be possibly the end of this week or next week. We'll have to wait and see. If you're not familiar with that, I'll link the video down below, or I'll put a link somewhere. eBay is going to require you on your used clothing to not just choose used. You're gonna have to choose used fair, used good, or used excellent. 3 separate condition descriptions there. I did the video, covered what they are. You'll be able to see what those 3 entail. Again, subjective if you're asking me, but also when they become live, whatever day it ends up being, they didn't give us a date, you do have to go and edit your listings that are active. If most of your listings are just used good or used excellent, whatever, you can bulk edit those. They're going to default to used good, so you can leave those ones. If they're used fair, you'll have to go in and edit those ones to make them correct. Again, subjective, so we'll have to see. Also, during the Super Bowl, just before the Super Bowl started and just after the Super Bowl ended and all last week, I saw TV commercials for eBay all the time, and they were specifically about vintage clothing and wear. And it said, yeah, eBay, the place to go to get your vintage fashion, your vintage fits, and all your vintage gently used and pre-owned, pre-loved vintage goods. So they were really trying to get people onto eBay, but also pushing that vintage category. So that was pretty interesting to see. I've been seeing these commercials for probably the better part of a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. They randomly popped up on my TV like right after New Year's. I would say probably the second week of January, and like the 15th, 16th through the 20th, sometime around there, I saw a commercial for eBay. And then all at the end of January and into now the first week of February, I've been seeing these commercials for eBay, which is pretty good. I like it. I love to see it. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they paid up for commercials, even though they didn't buy the $5 million and $7 million Super Bowl commercials. They did buy commercials the day of the Super Bowl on a lot of these networks. So that was really good to see as well. So delayed condition boxes and eBay pushing those commercials, excellent. The last thing is people outside of eBay asking, recently I've seen a huge influx of folks asking about selling on multiple platforms, about trying to get in front of more buyers because the market is harder. It's harder to sell. People aren't spending as much, so you need to get out there. And yeah, cross-listing is something I highly recommend. I don't think you should be on 7 or 8 or 10 platforms. I've seen that before. You can't spread yourself that thin, but you also can't be all your eggs in one basket. So 2 platforms is great. That's fantastic. And even 3 or 4 maybe is good, depending on what you sell, of course. If you're a clothing seller, shoe seller, you definitely want to be on eBay and Poshmark. Those are the 2 obvious answers. Some people like Depop and Grailed and those ones. They're more niche kind of, whatever, but I would recommend even Mercari, as bad as it is and as bad as I talked about it. I think Mercari is still better than the rest of those. eBay 1, Posh 2, Mercari 3. Obviously, Amazon trumps all of these, no pun intended, but that is just totally dependent on what you are gated or ungated for. So if we're talking about used and collectibles and antiques or used clothing or things like that, that you're not really going to sell on Amazon, eBay 1, Posh 2, Mercari 3. Depop, Vinted, Grailed, whatever all those other platforms are, to me are just really, really slow and not worth the time unless you have all that extra time, which sounds crazy to me. If you want to cross-list quickly, I highly recommend List Perfectly. They are a sponsor of this channel. They're an affiliate. They're amazing. I've been with them for probably going on 5 years now. List Perfectly has the most platforms. They have 11 total. depending on what got shut down. I know Kinnison got shut down. They have the best customer support, 7 days a week. The easiest to use. In fact, let me take you over. I'll show you a little quick 60-second demo of just how quick it is to transport an item from one platform to another, or even transport bulk items. If you use one of their pro or business accounts, you can use the basic, but if you want to do it in bulk, if you're trying to put a bunch of listings over at one time, get the pro or business. It's worth every dime, and you only need to sell like a couple items a month to make it worth paying for the List Perfectly subscription. And if you want to try it out, they give you 30% off. I will leave the link to their website below, and the discount code is ROCKSTARLP. So Rockstar like my name, and then the letters L like Larry and P like Paul for List Perfectly, ROCKSTARLP. They'll give you 30% off. You can try it out. You can even transfer everything you possibly can in the month. You'll see how good it is, and I guarantee you'll keep using it. So let me just show you a 60-second demo of how easy it is, and then we'll come back and I'll talk to you some more. Okay, so to do a cross list super quick, again, I'm just gonna make this like a minute or two long. All you have to do is have one tab open with List Perfectly, one tab open with the platform you wanna go to, which I'm putting this to Shopify, and one tab with the platform that you are going from. So I'm going from eBay to Shopify. You just set List Perfectly open in the other window, and this is how easy it is. So the first thing you'll do is there's a little button up here that's like green where it's start and stop. Let's say that I want to move this item, and this item over, right? Like you can do 3. You can do as many as you want. Like we can even do a 4th one, right? And then we'll just press the button again, and it's going to ask, where do I want to go? What platform do I want to take it to? And so I want to go to Shopify, right? And then I'm just going to hit the copy button. And it just takes a minute. Again, we're doing 4 items. So what's going to happen is the 4 items are going to pop up as 4 drafts, just like they would if you were listing them over on the platform, you know, creating a fresh draft from start. Now, a lot of you don't probably sell on Shopify, so you're not really familiar with their draft section, but it's super easy. It's just like eBay almost. So anyways, again, this is the screen, and you just hit that copy button, and we're doing 4. So the 4 items are going to pop up. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're just going to take a second. You just give each one probably about 30 seconds. And so there's our second one. There's our third one. And our 4th one is almost finished. There we go. Okay, so all 4 are up. It took about, like 30, 45 seconds. There's your description. Same exact description that's over on eBay. Same exact title. Same exact photos. Same exact price. Now, this is your location. If you're somebody who just sells your own stuff, you'll just see how it says Casey's Home. You would just have quantity 1, right? I sell for other people, or I do sales for other people, so I have all their stores here, but you can ignore that. If it was just yours, it would only pop up with this one, Casey's Home 1. This is Shopify. It has my SKU number. You can change the weight if you want. It has some item specifics, no big deal, and you're done. You just hit save, and the item is live. I don't want it to go live on my thing because it's already live on there. I don't want to duplicate it, but that's it. You'd be done, right? And then we'd go to the next one. We do the same thing. We just check out everything's good, hit save, so on and so forth and so forth. And then those items are just going to pop up right over here, on my Shopify. There you go. I'll just give you guys an example. Here's one of my items that I'm selling on Shopify that I copied over from eBay. There it is. This is active on my Shopify, which if you wanted to view it, take a look at it. That's under the hat section. So we could come over here and click on this. You can click on clothing where we have hats. And there are the hats. There's the item that's live right there. It's ready to be bought right off Shopify. I could do it with my wholesale lots, which we have a boatload of wholesale lots, Pokemon cards, lots of hats, like lots of clothes, scrubs, LuLaRoe, plush. We have all kinds of wholesale lots on here, but I could copy those right over to eBay, or I could take them from my wholesale site and I could put them over to eBay if I wanted to do that, again, using the List Perfectly app. And so that's it. So when you're done, if you wanted to do more, again, you would just hit the button, choose the items you want to do, you hit stop, and you hit copy. And that's it. That's the whole process. Literally, you could do, 20 of your items in a matter of minutes. You could copy 1,000-piece store over in a couple of days. Like literally, you could just do this, and then you could just go up here and hit stop and hit copy. Like I want to go to Shopify, or okay, I want to go, let's say instead I want to go to Poshmark. Hit copy and it'll copy it to Poshmark. All you would have to do is make sure you have your Poshmark open in a tab. That way it knows to go to it. And that's it. That's the entire process. So hopefully that makes you choosing List Perfectly, wanting to use, List Perfectly, much, much easier. And beyond just the copy and paste activity that they have there, they have a catalog where you can save all your items. I saved one just to show you guys. This will keep an inventory for you. Like you can see your entire inventory here. So you can do more than just copy it from platform to platform. You can actually save it in List Perfectly. You can create your new drafts directly in List Perfectly and then send them out to all the platforms. So there's a lot of great features available. And again, you can save 30% by trying it out. I'll link it below. I'll put that discount code below, RockstarLP. And hopefully you guys give List Perfectly a chance. It's super easy. It's amazing. And they have the best customer service anywhere. Okay, so that was List Perfectly. It's literally that easy. You just make a couple of clicks, hit copy, and it throws it over to the other platform. I just did an easy one for you guys. I actually pushed it over to Shopify, from eBay to Shopify. I use a Shopify store for certain things, so that was that. But it's the same thing for Poshmark or Etsy. So they support, like I said, a lot of platforms, 11 I believe it is now. eBay, Posh, Etsy, Shopify, Facebook Marketplace, Grailed, what else are they? Depop. They're on so many different platforms. In fact, I'll pull up all of their platforms for you guys right now. I'm missing a couple. It used to be Kittison, but they shut that one down because Kittison closed their platform. So obviously that doesn't exist anymore. They're also on, let's see, what else are we looking at? Yeah, Vented, Grailed, Instagram, Depop, Etsy, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, Shopify, Mercari. All those platforms are supported. Again, I'll link their website. Go over there, use the discount code RockstarLP for 30% off. Try them out, see how it works for you, and start getting your inventory in front of as many buyers as possible. Even if those platforms just make you $400 or $500 extra per month and you're on 2 extra platforms, it's an extra $1,000, an extra $12,000 a year, more than pays for the List Perfectly, puts a ton of money into your pocket, and you can start pushing out these items faster, turning over your cash, and moving your inventory quicker than you ever have. So consider it, get on multiple platforms. It's the only way you're gonna make more sales. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. And don't spread yourself too thin. Don't try to do 10 or 12 platforms. Just try to do 3 or 4 at most. That's what I would recommend anyways. If you can grow beyond that, if you get an employee, if you get scalability, then you can go that route. But for now, 2 at least, 3 or 4 is probably your maximum that you wanna target. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, these updates on eBay, the delayed conditions, the commercials, which are fantastic. I wish one came on TV right now, I'd show you. And of course, cross-listing between platforms using List Perfectly. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, please leave them below in the comment section. That belongs to you guys. And thank List Perfectly for being an amazing affiliate sponsor of this channel. We love them, we appreciate them, and they'll help you get your inventory selling on more platforms to more buyers. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, February the 10th, 2025. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next time.